Hello. Instructions for the assignment called Global Warming for Module Word Processing B. You're opening the ending file and we'll be covering footnotes and works cited are references for the MLA formatting style. So this one has been done for you, and I just want to go over what you would have done in full. So the first thing, I'm just going to scroll down, and I do have one of the footnotes in here in hurricanes, and you'll see the raised number 1 here after 35 years after the period. And that 1, you would take your eyes and look at the bottom underneath this dividing line. And what it is, a footnote is like a PS, by the way. It's extra information about this topic, but it's not needed in this paragraph, but you also want to mention it. So you put it as like a PS, or which is considered a postscript, or by the way. So there is another one that's supposed to be on page 1, and it's immediately after changes. So because I'm going to put a new one here, the other one will automatically be updated as number 2. So this one, because it's first, will be 1. So what I would do is choose the References tab and then select Insert Footnote. It automatically puts that raised number 1 in superscript. It automatically puts the dividing line so that whatever I type here at the bottom is going to reflect whatever the PS here is. So I would type in the information. It's just, again, it will number them consecutively for you. So if you put another one here, the other 2 will become 3, and this would be 2. So footnotes go after the punctuation. The next thing we're going to do is what's called references, works cited. And you can see this one already has it in there. If I hover over it, it already has a citation in here. So this is information that I was looking up as a research, and I decided I would like to use this information, and I put it into my own words, but I have to cite where I got the information from, so the works cited. So to do that, so works citations go before the punctuation, whereas the footnote went after. So I'm after the word pollutants, but before the period, and I would choose references, and then the style that I'm using is the MLA. So usually the most popular ones are MLA, Modern Language Association, or APA, which is for the social sciences, but most academic reports are in MLA formatting style, so you would select that. And there's the footnote, but we're using insert citation. And we're adding a completely new source, so I would click Add New Source. And this is the time when you would decide, is it from a textbook? Is it from a journal article, an article in a periodical? This is actually from a website, so I would select website. And then you have options here that you would fill in. Usually you should check this here so it shows all bibliography fields, so you have a lot to choose from. If you ever used EasyBib, this is very similar to EasyBib. So if there's an author's name, you would fill it in here, the name of the web page, the name of the website. If there was an editor, a publishing company, the year it was accessed would go here, and the month and the day, and then you would paste the URL in here. So once all this information is in, you would click OK. If it's been done completely, you'll see that the references shows up before the period. So if I just move, you can see it's before the period, and it has Oxford reference in parentheses. And if I just wanted to show you what was typed, I could go into this down arrow and select Edit Source. And again, I would check this. So you can see that I chose the website. There was the name of the web page, the name of the website, the year it was accessed, the month, and the day, and then the URL and any other information. So that one's correct. And then I already did a couple others. So there was another one on page 2, agency. And if you were to check this website, this source, it was from a book. And you have the author was United States Environmental Protection Agency, the title, the year, and again, I would check this too so you can see everything. It'll probably have the edition, the publisher, and so forth. So that's okay. And there's one more right at the end, NASA. And if you click that, you'll also see edit source. It's already been typed in there for you. Show a bibliography. This one also was a website. So they're already been typed for you just to save time, but I wanted to show you how to get them on your screen. But there is one more that we need, and it's actually repeating NASA, and that one is going under the heat waves paragraph after 2010. So again, go after the 0, but before the period. And because it's one I've already used, already cited, when I click Insert Citation, you'll see all of the 3 that I've used. And I'm going to repeat this one, so all I have to do is select it. And there I have it. All right, so now to get the Works Cited page, Control and the key END get you to the end of the document. And then you can either click Insert and choose Page Break so that it gives you a new page 4, or if you hover over, all you have to do is hold Control and press Enter. And it should give you a new page 4. So to get your references, you'll click Insert, and then choose References, Bibliography, select this. There's a down arrow, so there's more options. And all 3 of these are the same. The layout and the formatting will be the same. One will say Bibliography, one will say References, and the most current is one that's called Works Cited. So once I click that, all of the citations that I used are in alphabetic order. It has the hanging indent format. It knows when to put certain titles in italic, and everything is listed correctly in the MLA format style. So now I'm going to go back to, and again, if you select it, you can see that it's part of the Works Cited references. If I go back to page 2, anywhere on page 2, I want to be on page 1, but I want a number. So I'll click Insert, and then I'll select Header, and I'll choose blank. It appears outside of the margin, so if I wanted to go back inside the content of the document, I would double click, and I can go back up here. Now it's showing on the left. I'm going to Control R, and it puts it on the right. Then I'll type, and you type your last name, followed by a space bar. Now if I type a 2, because I'm on page 2, all of them will be number 2. So what I want to do is choose page number. I want it in the current position that I'm in, and I want a plain number. And this should be checked off because you want a different first page. Because the first page has the title on it, it really should not be numbered. And then you can click here to X out of the header and footer, or again, you could just double click in here. It takes you out of the header. So now you'll see that this is page 3, and your work citations on page 4. And if I come up to page 1, there is no header. And that's a save and submit. Thank you.